The triune brain. This is a concept in the trauma field. Dr. Dan Siegel, another respected researcher, talks a lot about this. So he gives the model of the brain in the hand, and he describes it as this: the thumb is your limbic system, your very primitive animal part of your brain, and that lives deep inside your head, and it's covered over by the cerebral cortex. So your eyes would be here. These are your eyes. And in the back, this is the back of your head, and this is your brain stem. So this is the most primitive part of your brain. So what I want you to understand is that here is the cerebral cortex. This is the higher thinking part of your brain, which supposedly should be the good parent taking care of the crazy teenager child inside. And if you notice this part where my fingers are touching my thumb, this is called the prefrontal cortex. And later I will talk about something called the right orbital frontal cortex. I'll talk about that more later. But as you see how this is touching the limbic system, so this part of the brain, when it's functioning well, has a very profound regulatory effect on the limbic system. So when trauma happens, the limbic system goes into high alert, turns on all these chemicals in your nervous system to basically get you into fight or flight. Get me out of here, or I'm protecting myself, or else it's going to shut you down and freeze. And once you have a traumatic event, it's logged into your system, and anything that remotely reflects anything like that trauma is going to turn on that whole reaction in your system. So if the color red was somehow part of this original trauma, maybe you were hit by a red car, and then someone goes by in a red coat later on, and your limbic system goes red, and the whole, like all your biochemistry turns on. It's the healthy frontal part of your brain and this prefrontal cortex that says, now calm down. That's just a person walking by in a red coat. You can just relax, and it helps to calm and self-soothe that limbic system. But people who are stuck in that traumatic cycle have a really hard time getting that to turn on, and they're stuck in that intense reactivity.